Good morning. Deep gratitude and blessings to each every of you who are joining our Sunday Live Dharma. We begin our practice by offering 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace.
I bow in gratitude to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite beneficence of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice.
Do you know we have a temple in Virginia? This morning, Reverend Kim and her temple families created 5-minute Qigong exercise for us. So please join Reverend Kim for our Qigong meditation. If you are sitting now, please stand up to join her. Qigong exercise will help us to boost our Qi energy.
Good morning. Please join me for 5-minute Qigong exercise. Apart your feet in shoulder width. Palms together. Push each other. Then breathe in and out. Open both hands widely with the palms upwards. Open your chest. Relax your shoulder. Then breathe in and out. Let's put hands upwards. Eyes on your hands. Then flip up. Push all the way. Breathe in and out twice. Flip both hands down. Push the energy downwards. Again, palms together. Push each other and spread out your hands widely. Stretch out. Breathe twice in and out. Let's take both hands up. Push upwards, drop your shoulder, stretch out and breathe twice. Flip your hands down, bring the energy down all the way to your lower dantian. Let's hold palms together. Push hard, breathe in and out. One more time, open both hands widely. Stretch out. Breathe twice. Now both hands up. Flip up. Stretch out all the way. Relax your shoulder. Then breathe twice. Hands downwards, bring down the good energy. Let's raise both arms and down. Knees bending. Take the right leg up, arms up same time, and down. Raise both arms all the way up with the heels up. Touch both hands, then arms down nicely. Both arms up, side to side, and down with the knees bending. Raise left leg up, arms and legs down position. Both arms all the way up with the heels up, then bring it down with the knees bending. Again, raise both arms side to side and down nicely. Raise right leg up and back to the position. And raise both arms all the way up with the heels up, back of your hand touch each other, then down position. Again, let's do one more time. Arms up and down. Let's raise both arms with the left leg up, down slowly. Then both arms up with the heels up all the way. Hands touch each other, stretch out and down with the bending knees. Arms up and down. Right leg up, arms up, then back to the position. And both arms up all the way with the heels up. Hands touch and stretch out. Breathe out and back down. Breathe in, raise arms up and down nicely. Knees bending. Let's take left leg up with the both arms same time, then down. And last time, take both arms up with the heels up position, slowly down with the bending knees. Let's breathe in and out nicely. Open hands, make nice circle. One more time. Circle and hands on dantian position. Let's make nice big Om sound 3 times. Breathe in, say Om. Again. Breathe in, say Om. Last one, breathe in, say Om. Thank you for joining. Clear and calm, clear and calm. Be here now, be here now, clear and calm, clear and calm.
Now sit comfortably and bring your attention to your body. Scan your body for any tension that it may be carrying, especially in your neck and shoulders, and also in your face. Allow this tension to melt away. Use this time to focus on what is happening in the present moment. Now direct your attention to your breath. Follow each breath in and out, allowing it to settle into a steady rhythm. Be present with your breath in the now. The past is gone. The future is not here. This present moment is our only connection with what is. As thoughts come, return your attention to your breath. Don't follow your thoughts, just let them go as you concentrate on your breathing. Continue this process as each thought arises, and return to the present moment.
Anju prayer chant. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. 영주 천지연계야 심정만사요예야 심토 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기야 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 심정만사요예야 심토 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정. Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with the compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This morning, we send our healing and supporting prayer energy to Salma, who lost her beloved brother, Jose, yesterday at the age of 48. As a community, we pray, holding Salma's family closely in our hearts. May Jose's soul be at peace. 일요원 At this time, it is my sincere delight to introduce our new Reverend, ZiYoung 교무님, Reverend ZiYoung. So would you like to welcome her with a bow? So we bow in welcome with hearts of gratitude and with happy big smiles. Please stand up if you're not standing. And are you ready? We bow to each other. Reverend ZiYoung studied in the US for 5 years, and she was just ordained last December in Korea. Our temple is her first assigned temple, and we are very happy and privileged to have her with us. Reverend ZiYoung, welcome to North Carolina.
Good morning, everyone. I am ZiYoung, and I'm so glad to meet you all, although it's only online and one way today. I was ordained as a Won Buddhist minister last month and assigned to the North Carolina temple. It's my first appointment, so I'm very excited and looking forward to meeting you all in person. And since it's my first time meeting with most of you, I'd like to share my personal story about why I decided to become a 전무 출신, an ordained devotee. 전 means completely. mu means to make an effort. 출 means to devote. And 신 means body or self. So 전무 출신 basically means a person who devotes him or herself completely and makes an all-out, complete effort. So, what brought me here? I'd like to share a part of that story with you today. I barely knew anything about Won Buddhism until one of my dearest friends introduced me to my spiritual mentor, Usa님, 12 years ago in 2008. And I was a bit surprised when I first met him because his appearance was not what I had expected. I had heard from my friend that Usa님 was a professor at a prestigious university as well as one of the highly respected Dharma teachers in Won Buddhism. When I first met him, he was wearing an old shabby suit and carrying a worn-out briefcase. And there was something different about him. And as I started to spend more time with Usa님, learn from him, and observe how he lived his life, the more and more I wanted to model myself after him. While he was a lay teacher, I soon realized that through him I was meeting the founding master Sotaesan, the second prime Dharma master Jeongsan, and the third prime Dharma master Taesan. Even though these masters are no longer physically living, the truth and grace of their lives created a Dharma lineage that is available to us all. And I was introduced to it through Usa님, and I will always be grateful for this grace he shared with me. The teachings of Won Buddhism have been truly eye-opening to me. And what caught my attention when I first read the principal book of Won Buddhism was this passage. The fundamental principles of all the world's religions are essentially one, but as different religions have long been established with different systems and expedients, methods, there have been not a few incidents of failure to reach harmony and dialogue between these religious groups. How could this be the original intent of all the Buddhas and sages? Wow. The frustration I had about conflicts among different religions and their exclusiveness melted away, and I saw a glimpse of hope that this teaching could bring to the world. And over time, Won Buddhist teachings gradually moved my heart deeply and changed my life. When I was very young, I disliked my mother because she would discipline me and my brother almost every day. Back then, I felt scared, but as I grew up, my anger towards my mom grew as well. However, after I started learning about the Fourfold Grace, I could see myself changing. One day, I was eating lunch alone, and there was this side dish my mother made, 장조림, which is braised beef with soy sauce. When you prepare 장조림, you have to tear the cooked beef into small, thin pieces, and it takes a lot of time and patience. Up until then, I never thought about the time or effort my mother put in to cook this dish for me. I just took it for granted. But that day, and it was a very hot day, and our kitchen was very small and had no air conditioning. And when I saw the 장조림, I suddenly pictured my mother tearing the hot cooked beef into pieces with her hands in our small stuffy kitchen. And in that moment, I could feel her utterly selfless love that has never changed. And then I started to think about the many things she did for me throughout my entire life. All those things I have taken for granted. It was the grace of parents. I couldn't even imagine the extent of my mother's grace. This experience changed my relationship not only with my mother, but with my life. Through the grace of parents, I could truly feel the grace of heaven and earth, the grace of fellow beings, and the grace of loss in my heart. And the world around me didn't change, but I realized that I was living in a world full of grace. Won Buddhism has changed my life in many other ways as well. I can't list them all in this short time, but among them is that I now trust myself. I still remember the very first retreat I went to. During our first evening, there was a time for journaling, and we went around the circle sharing our entries. And my mentor, Usa님, was leading the retreat, and he gave us feedback. When it was my turn, I sat on the cushion and started to read from my journal. My journal was about what happened that morning. I was supposed to arrive at 10 a.m. to get on the bus the group rented for the trip. But I woke up late, around 9 a.m., and I started to blame myself. while trying my best to get there as soon as possible. And I finally arrived around 10:30, and the bus couldn't depart because everyone on the bus was waiting for me. "There you go again, ZiYoung," I said to myself, and I hated myself for being late, as it was a mistake I had been making over and over. That night, my journal ended with a note to myself to never make the same mistake again, and I even wrote down what I resolved to do. And Usanim carefully listened to my entry, and he said that we should never blame ourselves. Each of us is a Buddha, and I am a Buddha. And we all have the Buddha nature within. So we should treat ourselves as the most precious presence in the world. At first, I couldn't believe what he said because it was all so new to me. I couldn't believe that I was a most precious presence and had infinite potential within. But for the last 10 years that I have worked and studied with him, even when I felt at my lowest, Usanim truly trusted me and never doubted my potential. Buddha, am I really? Gradually turned into I may be. But that was not the only reason I chose this path. Every time I went to retreats at the headquarters of Won Buddhism to meet the Prime Dharma Master and other retired senior members of Won Buddhism, I felt I was also meeting the founding Master Sutesan and his successors, Masters Jongsan and Taesan, through my heart. I could feel that the founding Master Sutesan was the new Buddha of the new world, and I could feel that Masters Jongsan and Taesan best recognized Master Sutesan's great plan and vision, and that they devoted themselves completely to realizing it despite indescribable difficulties. And all the senior members who have enshrined these masters in their hearts and dedicate themselves to developing every corner of the Won Buddhist community we enjoy today, even in the face of countless hardships. All of them say they will return to Won Buddhism in their next life so they can continue to realize the Master's great plan and vision of saving all sentient beings and curing the world. I can still feel the sincerity of the senior members, and it strengthens me. I feel this is why the Dharma of Won Buddhism and Won Buddhist community are the hope of the world. When I was young, I had this vague dream of building a world where everyone could live in peace and harmony. Following the dream, I studied education, counseling, and so on, but it was Won Buddhism that resolved my doubts, frustration, and thirst I had along the way. I chose the path of being a 전무 출신, an ordained devotee, because I wanted to follow the same path the masters and senior members had followed. That was all. I was so certain that the great vision of saving all sentient beings and curing the world, my childhood dream, could be realized if I follow this path with them. The ultimate purpose of the Won Buddhism is not just to save ourselves or a few others we meet. The purpose is to save all sentient beings and the whole world together. And one does not have to be a Won Buddhist to participate in this goal. Regardless of religious background, race, or nationality, anyone can become masters of the world if they are willing to take the responsibility for the future of the world and make sincere efforts towards it together. And when more of us do this together, the sooner the greater vision will be realized. It has been only 2 weeks since I came here, and I spent most of the time in quarantine, but I'm already so impressed by a heartfelt, warm welcome from many members and by the depths of discussion and insights I felt at the Thursday Dharma study groups, and by the fact that there are so many of you who attend weekend Dharma services through YouTube live streaming. The comment that I heard the most from people before I came here was that it's a big temple and you'd have a lot of work to do. And even after I got here, I heard from several members that I've got big shoes to fill. As you all know, Reverend Ginger has done a wonderful job, and her presence meant a lot to many members and to Reverend Wonggong as well. So I feel worried on one hand, but on the other hand, I feel hopeful and excited because there are so many sincere, warm-hearted fellow practitioners who are walking this path together. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you all next week.